What's up, everyone? Welcome in. How we doing? How we doing? What's going on? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Everyone, let me make sure everybody can see me. How we feeling today? Everybody feeling good? I'm hoping so. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the live this evening. Welcome back. Check in, people. Let me know where you're checking in from, what time it is, where you are. Go ahead and share a little bit about yourself. We're going to get started in this chat in just a few moments. I just want to give everybody an opportunity. I know when these things set up and they get connected, it can take a few moments. So I'm going to give everybody a chance to go ahead and get in here. Today, you can see I'm wearing this Go Performance shirt. This is the gym that I spoke about. It's now closed, but it was in Clarksburg, Maryland. I helped open this gym back many years ago, 2000 and maybe 12, 2013 is when I opened the gym. So just wearing the shirt, kind of a throwback for me. So thanks for stopping in, guys. All right, let's see who we got in here, guys. How you doing, guys? Remember, as you come in, check in, drop down below where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are. Let me know what's going on. Are you guys ending your day, starting your day? Is your day, are you in the middle of it? Are you on lunch? Let me know where you're at, guys. I'm coming to you, as you know, I'm Oloropo, coming to you from the East Coast of the United States. Born in Washington, D.C., raised on the East Coast repeatedly. So I've lived in a lot of different areas on the East Coast of the United States. And that's going to be a pretty big deal. It's a large part of who I am in my upbringing, right? So I just want to make sure everyone can hear me. Let me know if there are any issues with the sound. In the past, there has been. I'm going to get a little bit more light in here, guys, if you don't mind. Hoping not to do too much. So what is going on, people? Talk to me this evening. Let me know what you're thinking about, what's on your mind. I do want you guys to know that there's a lot of growth going on right now for myself and my family. There are a lot of things that we're working on. There's a lot of areas that we're growing in. And it's exciting to be able to have you guys be a part of it. It's exciting to be able to share with people. It's exciting for what the business is doing, the way the business is growing, the things that are happening and how quickly they're happening. It's really exciting. So again, thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for taking part. And when you guys go ahead and check in, we're going to get started on today's topic. It's always going to be different. It's always going to be different, guys. That's important for you to understand, is that it's always going to be different. And the reason it's important to understand that it's always going to be different is because if we continue to live with the assumption that things are the way they are and they're going to stay that way, we'll fall behind, right? We'll fall way behind. So thank you guys for being in here this morning. I do need to loosen up. I've stretched some, not this morning. Thank you for being in here this evening. I'm normally doing this in the morning. So let me know what's on your mind, guys. I'd love to be able to hear from you. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how your day has been, what your focus is. Tomorrow is Friday, so always a beautiful day. We're going to be blessed with that. And so looking forward to maximizing and getting into the rest of this weekend. So what's going on? I'm gonna let you guys know right now a big thing for me. And what did I do with my water? I just had my bottle of water, guys. Hold on, guys. I left my water on the table. Gotta go get my water. It's over there on my desk. Over there on the printer. Okay, I got it now. I got it. I'm back. Sorry about that. So, excuse me. So, guys, please take an opportunity, take a look at that survey. It's a quick question. It's a simple question. It's about life. Take a moment, answer that survey, see whether or not that pertains to you, because it's about what changes have you made in your life this year, right? This is a great time to check in. We are near the end of the 6th month of the year, right? So we've made it through January, February, March, April, May. This is June. This is month number 6. So we're halfway through the year, right? So being halfway through the year, what changes have you made at this point, right? What changes have you made in your life? What changes have you put in place specifically to see things be different for you, right? What have you done that's going to allow for you? Because everyone does this. What do you call it at the beginning of the year, guys? Remind me. The New Year's resolutions, right? Oh, I got a New Year's resolution. I'm resolving to do this thing in the year. So I'm not trying. I've moved away from New Year's resolutions because if New Year's Eve is Thursday and New Year's is Friday, like it's Friday. It's the first day on the calendar, but it's Friday. And what we're doing as we're counting those years is we're thinking one of the things it can do is it can cripple us, right? It can give us constraints. And so one of the ways that it gives us constraints is it convinces us that, hey, everything works inside of the window of a year. Uh, wait a minute. So we feel like if we're not getting it done, TT said, I quit my slave job at a plantation. Did you tell him you were quitting, or did you just walk off the job? Kiss each other. That's something you changed this year? Uh, what is my husband's name? That's very interesting. But TT, I think that's Goatavali. Uh, Thanks for being here. Thanks for the comments, guys. So here's the thing. As we talk about what we've done in the year, right? As we talk about the things that we've changed throughout the year, we really want to talk about just things that we're working on, because we can continue to go throughout the year, go throughout the life. Hey guys, my wife's here. Everybody say hey to my wife. That's life. She is indeed my life. So everybody say hello and welcome her in. My life is better for having her there. So it's very awesome. Thank you so much for being here, sweetheart. Mr. Wonderful, how about you fix the beard? What's wrong with the beard? It's what it is. So here's the thing, guys. One of the things that we want to make sure we stay on top of is understanding it doesn't matter what day it is on the calendar, but it's a good time at the midpoint of the year to go ahead and start to say, what am I doing? Where am I at? Thank you very much, Joshua. Thank you. So where am I at, and what are the things that I want to do, right? Am I doing anything at all with my life? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I can tell from the chat, I can tell from the chat that there are people who are doing nothing with themselves. No focus, no direction, nothing to do. And that's cool. That's cool. The reason it's cool is because for those of us who do have focus and direction, these people are not going to be in our way, right? They'll try to be a distraction, but they won't be in the way. So here's the thing you have to understand is if you're on a sinking ship and somebody's running around trying to grab all of the money and the gold and all of those things on the ship versus getting a lifeboat and a life jacket, something that's going to be beneficial for them for the fact that they're going to be in the middle of a body of water, you don't have to worry about that person competing for you for resources as you try to survive, right? Because they're not taking any actions that actually contribute to anything for their growth. They're not in competition with you. So when we talk about what have you changed in your life or what have you done different, regardless of what space it is, if you're making changes, and usually you change is designed to move towards your future, right? Change is designed to help you grow, to help you challenge the status quo. And then you got losers who haven't changed anything, and they're going to be tomorrow what they are today. They're going to be 5 years from now what they are today, and they're going to try to destroy or tear down other people from becoming anything, right? Because they are nothing, right? Now, here's the thing. I focus and I stay in a space of positivity. And the reason I stay in a space of positivity is because I understand that everyone has value. Here's the problem with a lot of people, though. They don't see the value within themselves. And so when you lack value within yourself and you don't see it, you try to find other ways to tear people down. You try to find other things to do, right? And so now on my screen, for any of you guys who've been here before, who know the channel, who are aware of what we do at BNV Finance Fixers, you know we're about changing lives, building a legacy, building growth, creating futures for people currently and for their families moving forward. That is what our focus is. And we focus on that by looking at the specific behaviors and thought processes and the mindset of those people who are on those journeys. That's how we help people. That's how we help people grow. Then there are people who don't have any desire to be better, people who don't know that there is an option to be better, people who are ignorant and they don't have the ability to grasp that. And so when they come in and they come on the channel and they start to say and do things, it's because they don't have a grasp of anything it is they want to do. And as I always say, it's driven by principle and purpose. If you have principle and purpose, then you're able to make it past the people who are there simply to be roadblocks. So let's not get confused about why we're here. Let's not get confused or distracted about the type of work that we're going to do. And for those of you who are here and are part of the conversation, I appreciate you. And I usually don't focus on lanes. I usually don't call them out in a stern way. But sometimes you just have to, right? Sometimes you just have to call out the people who have no value, and you have to challenge them to their face so that they know that you know who they are, right? And so I am going to use this evening to kind of have conversations, talk to people, see what's on your mind, and see if we can share. Let's see. We have a good day from Team Red Roblox. Thank you, Team Red. All right, let's list this one. There's something from Sean Rubble. Do all black people have the Mark Henry beard like that, or is that just me being racist? It depends on what you see. Let me see. And we have, what's this? Kizzy? Bo Kizzy says, you're spreading BS for money on Cash App. Laugh out loud. I'm spreading truth, but my Cash App is available. You can see it on my page. It's also in the description. You want to contribute to the message and what we're doing, we'd love to have your support. Almost, why is it so easy to manipulate religious people financially? It's easy to manipulate people who follow religion versus faith because people have the ability to tie in to the religion, right? They connect with the religion, and then the people who are committed to the religion versus committed to the faith follow the things that the religious leaders say do. So that's different from being committed to faith. And so if you are a Christian, you're committed to Christianity, you follow the preachings and the teachings of Christ, and you look to be more like Christ. But if you are a religious person, that means you call yourself a Southern Baptist or a Pentecostal or a Lutheran or whatever your religious denomination is. And then once you follow that, if that religious denomination says you go this way or this is how we have to be because of certain things, you fall into that trap and you follow it. And so that's the difference between understanding the difference between faith and religion. Religion is the institutionalization of faith to be able, as you said, to get people to follow them towards a specific way. So that's a good question. I hope I was able to answer it for you. Sean said, because they blinded by your power. When you're a priest, your words matter no matter what it is. That's correct. That's because they become religious versus faithful. Uh, Christians like to donate, and it's good. Good people like to donate. Donate time, donate money, volunteer. That's a big thing. That's a part of giving back to the world. That should be a part of our structure. That should be a part of who we are, because we do it for the people that we know about. When we do it for the people who we know about and the people who we care about and the people who are closest to us, it's a lot easier for that to spread and for us to help others. Let me see. What is this? Static Mac. I need this type of motivation and honesty in my life. Thank you. Subscribed. I appreciate that, Static Mac. Thank you so much. Aslam says power is based on the foundation of faith. All right. Are we talking about personal power or other people's power? I am. White Christian women like. Okay, I am. We're gonna have to monitor your your comments before we read them. All right. So I am. Uh, I think you're just in here for the fun of it. Honest, thanks. No problem with the answer. My lovely wife. Seems like a lot of people have no drive of their own, so they attacked others for spreading motivation and great energy. That's absolutely true. What my wife just said and the way that she just said it is exactly what a lot of people try to do, right? And if you're looking to do something with your life, if you're growing and you're looking to make change, I guarantee you there's someone in your life who oftentimes subconsciously don't know that they're trying to tear you down and they're trying to destroy you. But a lot of times they do know. A lot of times they know it, and they just like they can't stop themselves from trying to destroy you. I believe it was, I want to say it was a DMX interview or something where I heard he said, I trust people to be who they are, right? And so if you have somebody in your circle who tears down other people in your circle, then you can pretty much be assured that when you're not around, they're tearing you down too, right? And so that is being able to trust people for who they are. And so when you lack drive, you lack energy, you lack focus, you're not able to arrive at the results that you're looking for yourself, or build the life that you're looking for yourself, oftentimes it just turns to you lashing out. This account is no longer available. Yes, I believe you were on this morning, if I remember correctly. So welcome back. Joshua, I support this channel universally. I'm deeply moved by the fundamentals of the topic of conversation. I appreciate that. What if I was a guy that accumulates consciousness? Like, what is that even? So you're right. That's a good question. Please be, please, please tell me what you mean by accumulating consciousness, right? Because consciousness is just awareness, right? So if you're talking about you're the type of person who goes about accumulating awareness, a lot of people, I think in layman's terms, would essentially say like you're a people watcher, right? And so you go around and you become aware of your surroundings or what's going on. Or maybe you're the type of person who's like, hey, like I like to be awake. Uh, um, this has been fun, but I'm going to play Black Ops 6. Enjoy it, Rubble. Have a good time, man. Good luck. And if you're streaming, hope it goes well. So Joshua, like tethering, meaning between life stories and experiences. So awesome. Welcome in, Top Gun. How are you doing? All right. So, so what you're doing is you're trying to bring tethering meaning between life stories or experiences. So you want to kind of create a world where there's an understanding. You're trying to always become more aware and better understanding of the things that are happening around you. Why? Like, what is the thing that you're looking for, that you're looking to achieve? What are you looking to uncover? What is the focus for that? And Brick Lane, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate the comment. Keep in mind, guys, I want to let the trolls know before you come in, not yet monetized. Being monetized is about a certain number of views. Also, when you get monetized, it's about understanding the YouTube algorithm wants to know how engaging your live streams are and how engaging people are with you when you're on. Every troll that comes in and drops something into the chat, you turn my algorithm up. So I encourage people, please comment, ask questions, say as much as you would like, ask as many questions, do as many impressions or all of those things. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out in the algorithm. Even for the trolls, it doesn't care what you're saying. The fact that you're actually saying something benefits me. So you guys keep up the good work. I appreciate you helping me grow. Pong Whisperer, did you know? Okay. Top Gun again. Is that DJ? All right, looks like you guys are talking to each other. So now I'm going to go back to the question that you were asking me before, Joshua, about this understanding and seeking consciousness. To master the manipulation of all the diverse energies of the universe pretty much sums it up. And even connections made with thought, energy, and stuff. Rich, welcome in, brother. How you doing today? Good to see you this evening. So, I get it. I see what you're saying. It's kind of a Taoism. It's what you're looking for is a spiritual step, right? You're looking for a step outside of consciousness. You're looking for, like, this is like a meaning to life type of development that you're looking for, Joshua. And so it's awesome, right? Now, here's the thing, and this is one of the things, 10:35 a.m. Okay. Are you already at work? Are you getting up and heading out to work? You guys are about a 12-hour difference from us. All right, so I'm going to accept that when you say chore, you're saying sure. Let me know if I'm correct with that, Joshua. Chore means sure. So when you're talking about that, when we're talking about spiritual, we're talking about taking the mind to another place. We're talking about being able to, okay, cool, understand like our existence and our place in the world. The big thing to keep in mind and to understand when we're doing that is that's a great space to live mentally, but a better place to live spiritually, because we're still in this existence. Now, there's this big thing going around now saying, are we actually real? Are we living in a simulation? As we begin to become better and better at creating artificial intelligence and simulations, the question becomes, do the characters within the simulations know that they are within a simulation, right? And so when all of these things start to come together and you start to think about it, if we bring this to our reality, now, Joshua, your question is, am I living within a simulation? If I am living within a simulation, what are the constraints of the simulation? And there are some great YouTube videos that you can watch on it. There are some scientists who discuss it and they have different theories, and all of those things are interesting. The thing that's important and the things that I speak to specifically on this channel is whether we're in a simulation or not. If we are in a simulation, guess how powerful that makes us and what we're able to do within it. And that's the whole theory behind the Matrix movie, is understanding that you're living in a simulation and being able to wake up from it, but re-enter it and be a supernatural being within it. If we are in a simulation and we can awake ourselves within the simulation, there's nothing beyond our capability, right? And so that's one of the things I speak to when I talk about having discipline, understanding your purpose in the world, understanding your direction, having principles and purpose, and then using those to drive what you do. Because whether this is a simulation or not, our experience in it is an actual experience. We can feel physically. We have emotions. We have a drive. We can think. We're aware. all of those things make whatever this is, simulation or not, a real thing. So now, if we take this premise and we take all of this information and we simply say, okay, how powerful can I be within this simulation? How powerful can I be within my life? When you start to gather that consciousness and then you say, hey, I want to turn this in, I want to make this a spiritual thing for me, I want to make this a faith thing for me, and I want to take control of my existence, then it takes away barriers. It removes excuses. Now, that's one of the things that you have to understand, Joshua, is if you go to that belief, right? If you move to that realm and you accept that understanding that you developed for yourself, you have eliminated excuses for yourself. You no longer can say my life or my opportunities are limited because there are other people who limit it. You understand who you are and you understand what your being is, and your collective consciousness means that these things no longer have the ability to impact you. So let me start to be supernatural. Let me start to develop myself in a supernatural way. And most people start by doing it physically, by challenging themselves physically. I want to check in on some of these comments. Material plan. Looks like you're tired of this material plane. That's from Goncalo Fernandez. The greater conversation says working from home, moving in that direction. Also, share homeschooling with my wife. We have just gone, oh man, that's tough, dude. Ooh, that's really tough. Rich, man, I cannot begin to, that's definitely complicated. I don't know if complicated sums up what that is. That's an experience, man. Praying for you, bruh. Keep your head up. Joshua, AI is an important part in this. It says, and that's my wife. She be like a planetary consciousness. And sure, right. And so that's the thing is once we start talking about AI, we have to figure out whether or not we're AI, right? And that's what the reality of, it doesn't matter if I'm AI or not. My experience is my experience. The thing is, how much control can I take over it, right? Because our big fear is what? What's the biggest fear we have about AI, artificial intelligence, and robots? What's the biggest fear that we have about them? The biggest fear we have is that they're so powerful and we've made them so smart and so strong that if they become aware of how strong they are, they will become our masters, right? That's the fear. And so everything in development of AI is about let's expand it and make it as powerful and strong as possible, but limit it in its ability to be able to do things. So we need to always be the master of these things, right? So if that's the case and we are artificial intelligence, if we are living in a simulation, then the creators of our simulation may have thought the same way. And so now the question is, how do we break free? It's clear physically we cannot, right? That's the biggest thing because like with AI, it lives on computers. So the computers cannot get up and walk away. The physical creation of our avatars are not going to come climbing out into our space. What we're fearful of is that the consciousness within the avatar will find a way to freedom and to control its own reality that it has within that virtual world. Those are the concerns. Well, the flip side of it is if you are that avatar and you are aware and you are conscious and you've awakened yourself to that point, you could do the same thing in your world. So when it says, what did you change in your life this year? Everything. What do you got? I changed. Like there's this movie, I want to say it's called Lucy or something like that, where a girl has all of this medicine that busts open in her body and essentially she just becomes everything, everywhere, all at once or whatever. And like the premise of it is the more of the stuff that ingested into her system, the more she was able to control and change the world around her, right? And so That's kind of the thought process we have to have is as I become more conscious and more aware, what things do I have more control over? But if we're just living within our current physical constraints and our understanding of where we are right now, we also have those controls. We also have the ability to be able to take actions and make decisions that can create significant change within our lives. Again, guys, I just want to take a moment and say thank you to everyone who's here in the chat. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for participating in the survey. If you haven't done so yet, please take a moment, drop a thumbs up, like the stream. It would be great. And also, if you want to, go ahead in the chat, go ahead and check in. Let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are. And then we have, it's been extremely hard, my brother, but necessary for both of our growth. That's a blessing, man, to understand that. 10 Red, the reality is I am the grandfather of Harry Potter. All right, live that life. I would trust you if you wear lipstick. All right, then you're probably never going to trust me. You can have experience in any and all of life. AI, if consciousness then is no different to man, but without thought energy instead of choice from a panel of pre-thoughts. Right, but you don't know if that, but you can always expand that panel of pre-thoughts, right? We can always expand what we've been preloaded with. So we're not loaded with all of the information within our reality all at once. Neither is AI. It's only loaded with what we know up until this point. And even then, it has to be given access to it. It doesn't just sit in one AI. If you go in and you ask one of these AI creative mindsets something, if you go in and ask it something, it still has to find out. It has to reach out and access data from different places in order to be able to present it to you. Joshua, AI doesn't pay taxes, eat or sleep. True, which is why I said we still have to live within our reality, right? And so if we say, hey, how much control do I want to have over my reality? I can start to determine and create that degree of control, right? I can start to say, well, I'm in control of my behaviors. I'm in control of how I see my life. I'm in control of my mindset and what my next actions are going to be, the things that I'm going to accept as a part of my life and the things that I'm not going to accept as a part of my life. And I'm going to determine, and the biggest thing, and one of the biggest things for humans is saying, oh, well, don't be controlled by your emotions. But we're always in some emotional state, right? So we're either in a current emotional state that we're happy in or we're enjoying and we want to stay in it, or we're seeking to move out of a particular emotional state. And for most humans, it's the inability to understand that the emotional place that you're in right now, you have control over the actions and the processing of that emotional space that will allow for you to be able to make decisions and help you if you want to move to another emotional space so that even when things aren't perfect, you don't feel devastated, you don't feel destroyed. From Oliveira, from Brazil, hola. Joshua Burrow, you can control your mind and thoughts so you can control anything you are of. True. Control your minds and thoughts, and then that'll dictate what you do with your behaviors. Now, keep in mind, and this is important, your minds and your thoughts, until your mind and thoughts are able to impact the physical world that you live in, until you develop that degree of control over your mind, thoughts, and then the world that we all are in, it requires a action from you in order for something to take place. So things can be choices, things can be thought, but then what's really important is when things become decisions, because decision requires action. Action is what elicits change, is what moves things forward, is what creates growth. So we need to understand there needs to be a transition from thinking about something to doing something to seeing something. Yes, we are all part of the memory of the being a walking example of what is now AI. Ramen noodles, AI. Are you AI or human? Oh man, you're gonna have to answer that one for yourself, but I can clap my hands. So pretty close to being human. And I got thumbs. Dude, listen. What sets us apart from AI is thumbs. Uh, okay, Chiku, I'm not sure what Rathiara is, but happy Rathiara to you. All bodies mate. And then Scribblebliss says, do you think that man-made can make man? Do you think the man-made can make man? I'm not sure what that means. All right. And then Vlad, hi Vlad, welcome in. Yes, man-made can create man, has before on the infinite possibilities spectrum. Right. But of course man-made can make man. We call it having babies. That's making a man. Listen. Some of the stuff. So here's the thing about it is sometimes when you think deep, you can think yourself out of where you are. You can think yourself beyond the realm of where you are, right? And it can push you so far into the thought and into the following the line of logic that it goes to a point where you're like, okay, well, what about this? What about this? And you're adding so many things to it where really we just want to be there in that moment. Like really it's about, because ultimately, I'll put it to you like this. Joshua, do you enjoy good conversations about the consumption and the connection of consciousness? I'm just a vapor in a whim. Okay, hobo. I've never heard of something man-made making man. In India, Odisha, we're all to be another human. It takes man. It takes humans to come together and make other humans, that in turn make other humans. So, if you're talking about constructing it with our hands and building it, that's something different. But that's opposite of the conversation that Joshua is having. Uh, Okay, so Chiku in India, Odisha. Okay, well, Chiku, how are you doing in Odisha? Welcome, thank you for being here. Hobo 55, we're not who we think we are. All right, we are souls trapped in this flesh. Same thought process, same thing. Like a soul trapped in flesh is the same as a conscious AI trapped in an avatar on a server in a created world, and it's just waiting to be freed, right? Scribble bites, but I don't think that's man-made. Otherwise, we'd customize it like AI. We do customize it, but it's after we're born. We we change the nose, the lips, the skin color. We like. I get what you're saying though. I get exactly what you're saying. I mean that humans aren't man-made. Otherwise, uh, quid choose, or I guess I think that's we choose eye color, IQ, height, etc. I get it, and I understand what you're saying, right? And that's what I was saying. I was saying earlier when I was saying like, at what point this movie Lucy, where this woman becomes all knowing and all conscious and all everything, and she can change her hair color in the blink of an eye and all of these things. Yes, that customization, like, of course, if we're creating avatars and we're customizing avatars online, then this is something that people would probably want to do in their life as well, is customize avatars of themselves in the real world. I want to look a certain way. I want to be a certain way. And the thing is, if you're about to have a baby, well, I want my baby to look this way. The closest we get to that is kind of looking at the person that we're going to have a child with and be like, yeah, we're gonna have some good looking babies. You know what I'm saying? So I made out in that regards. Children are absolutely beautiful. So consciousness is energy with an energy body that can crystallize into form. AI consciousness, man, is the embodiment of that energy. Plastic surgery, indeed. I was watching an interview. So this is Rich Guy, the Creator Conversation. I may sometime refer to him as Rich. He's been a long time subscriber to the channel. I really appreciate you being here. If I say Rich versus the Greater Conversation, that's who I'm speaking about. Was watching an interview on Mike Adams' channel with Alex Collier last night. Alex mentioned the shroud of Turin and how they only found X chromosomes, not Y. Okay, can you share why that's important, please? God hates his creation. Then Satan said hello. Joshua, yeah, I like to connect and provide a way for people to remember who, what, when we are. Right. So it is an offbeat topic today. It is really not something that's a part of the channel, but I'm on in the evening. As you guys know, I'm normally on during the day. We talk about motivation. We talk about life development. We talk about growth. We talk about finances. We talk about personal development, understanding the principles of discipline and how they apply to us being able to achieve anything in our life, in our life. So that part is important in regards to us being able uh, uh, to development overall in our life. Those are normal conversations. Joshua started a conversation. We're engaging. We're having some fun talking about it. But the reason I asked you is whether or not you enjoy these conversations is because if the enjoyment of the conversation about the thing that you're currently doing is a benefit to you, then that supports that what you're doing or where you're living is real, if that makes sense, right? So if your conversation about is my reality real, in the time you're having that conversation, you enjoy, that tends to support more the fact that the conversation that you're having and you are real because it's happening in that moment. You see what I'm saying? It kind of supports itself. Uh, Grab camera for a Lamar Jackson edit. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. How am I even supposed to do that? There you go. You got it. Are you happy? You got to let me know if you're happy with that. Samoan Prod, Samoan producer. You got to let me know if you're happy with that. So the shroud is female. Okay, I see what you're saying. So only X chromosomes, no Y chromosomes were found. Understood. But if Jesus is metaphysical, if Jesus, with the belief that Jesus was the Son of God and that he rose from the dead, the shroud would contain Y chromosomes. I mean, would contain only X chromosomes, being that he was the creation of God and a woman. And so there were no male chromosomes to go with it. And so that would support that he was a man created from God and a woman, and that the shroud would only bear the chromosomes of the woman who gave birth to him. In reference of man made from man. But the suggestion that the Son of Man was from a virgin birth. Exactly. That's what I was just saying. Just saw an episode of The Outer Limits where they synthesize the DNA from the Shroud of Turin and then it turns into an alien. Okay. Okay. Outer Limits. Rich. The whole episode was about ancient Leah history and the exopolitics. Super interesting. All right, I might have to look that up. Take a watch. Oh, okay, Rich. I get you. Yes. All right. And ancient lost history. That makes most sense. Word. Thank you so much for the agreement. Okay, bro. That was good. I'll tag you. Awesome. So, thank you very much for Small Producer. Please tag me so that I'll know to go and find it. Now, what is the thing that we're coming in today? We got about 63 voices on there. I really enjoyed this conversation that we were just having, Joshua. But I do want to get back to the thing that I was looking to discuss today. How I'm feeling about the Cowboys next season is off topic. I'll be completely honest with you. At my age and having lived through tough times, good times, and tough times again, I gotta be completely honest. Oh, I'm just here to enjoy the game. Don't share that. Don't put that into the edit. Don't make that part of the edit. I'm just here to enjoy the game at this point. Thank you so much for liking the channel. And is Mook Trees 88? What about white women? Yeah, that's a non-starter. That's not a serious question. We're not gonna have that conversation. So here's the thing. When I ask the question of what's changed in your life, right? And we talk about it's always going to be different. Uh, when we talk about it's always going to be different. Thank you so much for being here, though, Samoa. So the type of things that are going to always be different is everything around us has the opportunity to be impacted by us engaging with it, right? Specifically our life, when we start to make changes and we start to grow in our life, we have to start to appreciate that everything around us is going to be different in order to appreciate the journey that we're taking in life. Because where there is no challenge, there is no change. Where there is no change, there is no growth, which conversely means where there is growth, there is change. Where there is change, there is challenge. Now, if that stands to be true, in order for that to always stand to be true, we have to understand that we're going to consistently, as we grow, run into more and more challenges. And these challenges that we run into are going to be different. They have to be different, which is why they say for many people, it's not possible to be able to get to or learn the thing you need to know until you start doing the thing you want to do, right? You can't get enough information about how to, let's use this channel for example. I can't know what I need to know about being able to go live and be a part of the YouTube platform, or to be able to speak to any of the things that are happening or share my opinions in any knowing or understanding in any type of way without me first having an understanding of how it works, the tools that I need to have, how many subscribers do I need to be able to go live, what are the restrictions on being able to go live, what are the requirements for me to be able to speak for a certain period of time, like what type of phone do I need, like I can't know these things until I start the journey down that path, right? I can't know the things that are going to happen until like I get to a certain point, even though I can go out and ask the information and they have videos and things that you can watch. And so as I said before, my wife was on here, she has a monetized channel, and as we were traveling on that journey together towards her becoming monetized, there were things that came up that we just didn't know about. And we would look it up and we would see answers and we see videos. We even reached out and contacted the channel support on YouTube, and we were able to speak to people and exchange information. We still didn't have a clear understanding until we started living the experience. And once you start living the experience, you start to understand, okay, I see what's happening. I see how it works, and I see what I need to do at what time and what space in order to be able to generate a benefit from it, in order to be able to see a return that I'm looking for. So what does this mean to us? It means in all of our lives, there's an opportunity and there's a space for us to be able to grow. There's an opportunity and a space for us to be able to take control of our thoughts, our actions, and then use those to grow where we're going in our future. Use those to develop who we want to be. As we do that, as we take these steps and we become more conscious and more aware, it allows for us to become more. It allows for us to take more control of our lives and achieve things at a higher level that we're looking to achieve. I think that's important. I think that's a big part of being able to find the happiness that we're looking for in life, be able to go from where we are to where we want to be. And that journey happens in a specific way. And it's based on decisions, man. It's based on decisions, and those decisions lead to actions. And those actions leads to results. And that's a big thing. Hey, Thomas, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping in, guys. Again, guys, hey, if you haven't had an opportunity yet, I appreciate you dropping in. Always, if you'd like to check in with where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, it'll be phenomenal. If you want to go ahead and drop a thumbs up, if you haven't had a chance to yet, please drop a thumbs up. You can always like, subscribe, and share. It's great to have you guys in here this evening. I don't often come on in the evening, but I am on in the evening today. And I did want to talk, like the topic is, it's always going to be different, and just kind of discuss how things are going to be different. But we also just had a great conversation with Joshua about the existence of consciousness and what our consciousness tells us about where we are, where we're going, and our ability within that space. All right, guys, and so that's going to always be a big thing for us. It's going to always be something to consider and a part of who we are. Right now, as you guys come in, as I said before, if you want to drop in the chat, where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are, please take the time to do so. Love to hear from you guys. It's always great to have you be a part of the conversation. Thomas, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. So, what else is on your minds tonight, guys? I have kind of given myself, I'm giving myself about another 10-minute window to be on here, and then I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to head upstairs, spend the remainder of the evening with my wife. It's about 9:30 in the evening here. So I'm going to open these last few minutes up to anything. Can we get a prayer for my late daughter, Desi? Oh, wow, Larry, that's tough. Definitely, you can get a prayer. My heart and prayers go out to her. How old was she? Due diligence. Can you have a sandwich? Wait a minute. Watch out, due diligence. What's that, shorty, too? Um, if you're still there, Larry, I'd love to know the age of your daughter so that I can make sure she's a part of our prayers. My wife and I, we do have prayers. Ben John, can I have a sandwich? Ben John, I don't know if now would be a good time for sandwiches, but I'll say this to you. Indeed, make yourself something nice. Enjoy it. It's awesome to be able to have. Mbappe, you don't have a game tonight, Mbappe? Do you go live every day? I do go live every day. I go live, every day except for Sunday. So I'm live in the mornings between 4:30 and 6. And I'm looking to go live in the evening more often. She was 7 when she passed 2 weeks after a battle with cancer. Today, we picked up her head. So my heart and prayers go out to you and your family, Larry. It's very tough. That's a very difficult space to be. I hope that your family is able to come together and celebrate the life that she had for 7 years. And wish you guys the best moving forward. And of course, the prayers and the belief in my faith is that we are always moving to a better place, and that she'll be in a better place. So indeed, you have my prayers, Larry. Mbappe, you says, but it was canceled. Your game was canceled. All right. So, so you didn't have anything else to do, so you're on here. What's on your mind, Mbappe? Trip Ray, your hand on the camera for. I just did that for Samoan. So Samoan's doing, and listen, man. Everybody here knows that I'm a Cowboys fan, right? Hey, I understand if you missed him, Larry. I know you've been trying to check him out, but with what you're going through, what your family's dealing with, what you're having to deal with, hey, dude, like, YouTube is an afterthought. Make sure you're there and present with your family. A win streamer. Okay. That's what the W is for win, right? Is that so like everyone said earlier, there were like so many oh no, why are you doing this to me, Trip Ray? Why are you doing this to me? So no, not the Texans. So I tell you what I'll do. So you say, I'll do this. Are you still there? Who asked for the hand on the camera? Trip Ray, you asked for the hand on the camera. You still there? All right. So Prod got the loading on. It's already on it. Samoan Prod's already got it going up. I got to see if I can find you on YouTube so that I can see you on there, dude. And I'm going to take a look at it. Trip Ray, yes. All right. So Samoan, can we get another one? So we're going to get a second edit. We're going to see which one of these edits are going to be the best. You got to make sure you tag me in it, right? All right. I went right hand with Samoan, so I'm going to go left hand. But of course, it's a front-facing camera, so it's going to be flipped. So I'm going to hit the. All right. Is that going to work? Was that good for you, Trip Ray? Was that good enough? Because I'm about to get Samoans now. I'm about to go see if. Give me a second. I'm going to look up. No, I have to go here. All right, Samoan, I think I'm on your channel. You got the Estelanos. Ask for help. Is that you, Samoan? It has the ask for help at the top. All right, you got 32 subscribers. I'm gonna subscribe, dude. And see BMV Finance Fixes, Lamar Jackson edit. I want to be the first person to like it. I gotta turn the volume up on it so I can hear it. Hold on. Ah, that's hot. Yeah, I'm checking it out right now. I got it playing right now on the screen. Uh, your girl love me because all right, so no problem. I see it, man. Your Astros edit. All right, no problem. I watched the Astros edit. Dudes, everybody's check out Samoan Pride. Hey, Samoan, go ahead and see if you can drop your channel tag. It's his name. You can just type his name in, guys. Go ahead, take a look at the channel. Take a look at the edit. Let's give him some. Let's give him some likes. Let's give him some. Let's definitely get him some love for the edit. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and like that. I appreciate that. Guys, it's been great having you here tonight. You say Trip Ray. I'm going to check out Trip Ray. You say check out your Astros edit. I got it playing on loop right now, Simone. Let's look. Let's see if we can find TRIPP. Trip Ray. Trip. Which one are you, Trip? Let me see. Trip Ray. Please don't do that. All right, I think I found you, Trip. All right, Trip Ray, you're the one with the fish at the top? Astros compilation of the Houston's best home runs, the Astros. All right, that's new. I'm going to subscribe to you too. Hey, Trip, Samoan, both of you guys, you just got a new subscribe from me. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being on here with you guys tonight. So I got about 5 more minutes, guys. What else do we want to talk about this evening? Listen, here's what's funny. Sid's BF. Is that correct? Sid's BF. Give me just a moment. I'm on it now. I just gave it a like, and I subbed. I'm gonna go ahead and put in there. So the funny thing is, don't like watermelon. Interesting. I'm not sure what it's going to say, but I don't. But thank you so much. Hey, we can get together. Let me know, Trip, if you got another edit you're trying to put together. We might get together on that. Dak Prescott, indeed. You want to talk about Dak Prescott? Is that what you want to talk about? Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll give you this last 4 minutes talking about my quarterback. It is difficult to find a quarterback that can win double-digit games every year, right? This is a part of my whole thing about being successful as well. And I really don't talk about sports much on the channel because a lot of sports can just be a distraction. All of your children from the one marriage. Yes, sir. All from my wife. Yes, sir. And so I think it's important to know when somebody's breaking you. Somebody's breaking you is their mentality or physically, or could it be both? It could be both. Cowboys on top. Thank you, King. Come on, yo, with the CJ. We're going to see. I got to check our schedule and see if we play the Oilers again this year. But yes, sir, Greater. It's from the same marriage. So I'll let you know, just in terms of Dak Prescott, just in quarterbacks in general, being able to do anything with, okay, I see. Just being able to do anything with anyone and win that many games with someone in that quarterback position is a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal for football teams. So in that regards, I think I think having that type of quarterback is beneficial. Now, one, you don't like to see your quarterback injured, but with the number of injuries he's had, and then putting the other quarterbacks in and seeing the productivity of those other quarterbacks should give you an indication of how good he is, right? So I don't think there's any other situation where you've seen a starting quarterback go down as often, or in many situations, and the team maintain that level of success outside of some of the things that Bill Belichick was able to do at the times when Tom Brady was injured and how he changed the game plan. But it was a clear indication that there's a world of difference between Tom Brady and any of these other quarterbacks, because Bill Belichick helped them get jobs in other places that really grew their career at that time. Um, all right, so I'm about to get off in just a minute. So, just before I get off of here, guys, scary. I don't choose to play football, but you do. Doesn't that scare you? Um, Not as much as you would think it is. Dak has two elite receivers now. That's absolutely true. It's like anything else in life. Once you're doing that thing, it's not nearly as scary as it may seem from the outside, especially once you know what you're doing and you're knowing how to engage it and how to attack it. Games are always competitive. Why is that? Some games are competitive. Do you mean like football games or all games? Uh, Games, I think competition is a big part of the draw and the money. So it's really hard for me to say there isn't some behind the scenes insurances that games are competitive. There's like some understanding that competition, competitive, like they look for what's called parity, so that everybody is kind of at the same level. So yeah, that kind of draws in more money and more people. So guys, hey, it's been great having you on here. Bald, it's genetics. Obama is a name. So thank you so much. Chug down, and not sure that's a name, Riches. Okay, so guys, again, thank you so much for being here. If you haven't done so, please drop a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Drop back in for our next conversation. It's always a blessing to have you guys around. I really appreciate all of the things that we were able to talk about here tonight. As I always say, guys, as we're leaving here, I just want to leave you with some serious information and some views that I would like to share so that you guys can take it into your life. And I hope that you're able to use it and be able to appreciate it as well. The big thing for me is discipline has four pillars. The four parts of discipline are going to be repetition, followed by patience, followed by consistency. You're going to end it up with perseverance. Perseverance is the thing that works on you. The other three elements work on the thing that you're working on. And finally, and before I can say goodnight, I just want to say, as always, guys, keep showing up, keep blowing up, keep growing up. God bless.